Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing super well and have had a really good month. I feel like February went by so fast and March is literally going to be here next week. So here is my March plan with me. I had a lot of fun doing this one because I don't usually draw animals and I thought it would be good to do something completely out of my comfort zone. So this month's theme is tigers. I didn't want them to be super lifelike or anything like that because I wasn't going to add any other color than a background color. So as usual, I started off with a basic sketch which I've done on sticker paper to make it easier to transfer into my journal, and I've been doing this a lot lately, just drawing straight on sticker paper just because it makes the process more streamlined, and then I can focus more of my efforts and time on the creative process rather than figuring out how I'm going to add stuff into the journal. I got my Sakura fineliners out. I plan to use these to kind of just add different thicknesses to the piece. However, I only ended up using my 0051 for my main outlines, and then just a random Tombow dual brush pen that I barely use. It's got a grey side and a black side, and that was the only thing that I ended up using after I did the outlines. It worked very well since the brush strokes can be very thin or thick depending on the pressure you put, of course, because it's a brush pen. But it's pretty soft as well, so I'm quite light with the pressure mostly. I did 3 larger pieces and then 3 smaller pieces just so I could spread them over the spreads and make everything look cohesive. I think I will be trying to draw more animals going forward just because this one turned out really well, and I enjoyed stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit. once I finished the liner, I went on to the background. I decided to use an acrylic paint pen. These ones are by Artex, and I used this really nice teal color. These ones are really good. The consistency is just amazing, and they have a nice brush tip, so you can do like thinner lines and then obviously thicker depending on how much pressure you add. So I just use this to cover the entire background for all of the pieces. The finish of the paint pen is pretty smooth as well. There's a little bit of patchiness, but really not that much at all, so that's good. After completing all of the background, I used my little guillotine thing from Amazon to cut out the main parts. It's really not that good anymore. I should have probably invested in a better one, but this did the job for this time. And then I used my scissors to cut out any details. I also rounded off the corners with my paper rounder I got from Stationery Pal. This is one of my favorite things to use, and it just makes the pieces look so finished and complete. So moving on to the working spreads, I am using my Typhosy 256 page notebook. I am really enjoying using this so far this year, and so much so that I bought a few more of these journals for some other things I want to set up new journals for, which you guys will see very soon as well. So for my cover page, I'm using 2 of the bigger pieces, and then on the right hand side I have my March calendar. I have been doing this layout for quite a while. I said I wasn't going to change it, but I do think it's getting a little bit boring. So if you guys have any ideas for like cover page / calendar layouts, then let me know, because I am willing to kind of switch it up at this point. But I'm using my letter stamps to just put a really simple but effective quote, and then the days of the week as well. I got these number / date stickers from Amazon. I will link them below. They're really cute, and there's quite a few sheets in there, and there's a bunch of different colors. So I decided I was going to use this teal color, and that is why my background for the tigers are teal as well. But I'm really looking forward to using these. I'm just dedicated to using stickers going forward, just because of how easy it is to create these more tedious and time consuming spreads, and it just cuts the creative time down super quickly so I can focus on the more exciting things. Well, cuts down the process time rather than the creative time, if that makes sense. I then added my little tab for March. I will link these again below just in case you guys wanted to get them. I have bought some more that I'll be using for another journal, so looking forward to seeing what they look like as well. Moving on to my goals and to-dos, I decided to make these ones pretty simple. I have categories for personal, business, health and focus, just so I can write down my specific goals for the month. A lot of them I would have carried over from last month as well. There are more long-term goals, but I'm writing them again just to keep them obviously quite fresh in my mind. And then on the right hand side I have my to-do list, and I have decorated it with 2 of the smaller pieces. Usually for my to-dos I put like either a little circle or a square that I can tick off once the to-do is complete, once the task is completed, but I figured this time I'm just going to highlight it, and then because that's what I do in my weekly spreads anyway, so once I've highlighted it, it will just show that that's complete. Next, I am doing my YouTube and social spread. I love having a space for all of my content and socials just so I can really plan stuff out specifically. I have a section for new video ideas and then also for upcoming and like scheduled videos as well, so that I can keep everything on track, just because I'm trying to be a little bit better with YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that this year. And then for decoration, I used the last bigger size piece to add to the spread. I kept this spread pretty bare and simple just because I know I'm going to be writing a lot in here, and that kind of goes for most of the spreads in this plan with me. Onto my final spreads, I am doing my journal prompt spread of course, and my 2 questions for this month are what do I value in relationships, and this is just like friendships and stuff like that as well, just relationships that I have with family members. And then the second one is what does happiness mean to me, so they'll be a bit lighter than January and February. And then on the right hand side I'm doing my March reflection, and I've added my last piece to this along with the keep and change space. If you don't know how I use this spread, I basically finish the entire month, and then around the first week of the next month, that is when I kind of sit and think about how the month went and what I'd like to keep and change about it. So pretty straightforward. So that is it for my March plan with me. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you guys ended up doing for your March plan, and I hope this is able to give you guys some inspiration and to step out of your comfort zone a little bit as well. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content from me. I have so much coming up this year and I can't wait to share it with you guys, so please be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss anything. And thank you so much again for watching, and I shall see you in my next video.